Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mama and the Bake Brigade. Well, I seen a couple other people doing introductions into their channel, and I don't remember ever doing that back last August when I started this. Maybe I did, but I don't think I really explained my channel name and stuff like that. Originally, when I was doing primarily loom knitting, it was going to be Loomin' Adventures with Amanda. Well, when I started trying to create my channel name, every kind of name started with looming, or, it was just a very, searched for, and you would never find my channel searching that way, and I was like, oh, that's not going to work. So 2 hours later, I decided to use my handle from Instagram, which is tapmama73, 73 being the year I was born. And the nickname that we have nicknamed our two rescue dogs, the Bake Brigade, since I hope to incorporate them at some point into the channel. Maybe some doggy segments of some sort. My youngest son just keyed the phrase, the Beg Brigade, because they're just so darn good at begging. I have a pit bull mix that's about 6 years old, and his name is Theodore. And readopted him at the Bossier Parish here in Louisiana, northwest Louisiana where we live. Readopted him in 2017 from the Bossier Parish Animal Shelter. And they had already named him Theodore. And Theodore was my grandfather's name. And I just felt like that, and he's been gone since I was 4 years old, but I remember him. I remember dancing around his wheelchair, and I know what a great man he was from my mom and my grandma and my uncles always, they have such fond memories of him, and, what he was for them and what he, meant to them. And I know how much he made me feel loved. Just a little bit that I do remember of him. So I wasn't going to change his name. And he was just such a loving dog, and he just loved all over us. And of course we adopted him, and I just left his name alone. I felt like my grandfather was sending me that dog because I was going through a lot of emotional turmoil at that time. And my mental health doctor told me the best thing you can do is go get a dog. You need something. And I was like, okay, so we went and adopted Theodore. And then a few years after that, readopted Axel. We didn't get him from a shelter. We got him from a person that was no longer able to take care of him. And he was really bad neglected. He was very skinny. He had a really bad ear infection. And so we took him to the vet and got him fixed up. And Axel is a mostly black lab. I think he has a little hound dog in him because he has little tufts of brown hair here and there. And he has kind of hound dog tendencies, like, getting into the trash sometimes. But we've just about broke him from that. He hasn't done anything like that in a long time. But when he barks, he has that deep howling, hound dog bark to him. So, and he's the first one to make noise if someone, is outside that he doesn't really recognize. So, Theo, on the other hand, will watch you steal the house. But that's the Beg Brigade. Maybe eventually we might add to it and get us a third dog. We tried that for a little while. We had a little black Chihuahua when I started the channel. We had a little Remy that we were going to keep. We got him all neutered and everything, but we could never housebreak him. He just never would housebreak. He just kept going on the puppy pads and going on the floor, and it was a daily struggle. And so we found somebody that had a fenced yard and a bunch of kids that had more time for him to keep him engaged. Me, I wanted to sit quietly and loom knit or work on learning crochet at the time. And him, he wanted someone to constantly pet him and play with him and show him a good time. He wanted constant attention. And The big dogs, they're good to just nap across the room from me, and they don't need to be constantly touched. That little Chihuahua thought he needed to be constantly touched. And so we found some people that could do that. Anyway, but Tat Mama comes from the fact that I have 12 tattoos and that I'm a mama. So there's that explanation. And then I am indeed 48 years old. I have 2 grown sons, one of which will be 30 in September and one that will be 23 in May. And my youngest is home with me all the time because he is mentally handicapped. He has high functioning autism, and he helps do all the physical stuff that I can't. And I manage the household bills and everything, and order the groceries, and sometimes I go ride in the riding cart and we do groceries together. But I am disabled. I just recently got approved for my disability after, you know, having to fight for it since 2016. So that's kind of what, that's me. So that's just this part of the video for anybody that's new to my channel that maybe not know about that. I am a Christian. I believe in God, and I'm, you know, the whole born again thing, and I have been baptized, and I'm not a church going Christian. I just I have my personal relationship with God, and I got reasons why that I don't go to church, and maybe that'll change in the future. I don't know, but right now I'm not comfortable going to churches. And but anyway, a lot of what I do is faith-based because God has been a great healer for me, both mentally and emotionally and physically. I really feel like that I probably wouldn't be here alive and breathing if it weren't for my faith. I wouldn't have the many blessings that have come my way in the last week, with me finally getting approved for my disability, and my son finally getting back into a job that he's happy at. He had transferred jobs last year, and to what we thought was going to be a better job, and turned out it wasn't. That's covered in another video if you've been watching me a little while. But now he's happy. He's very happy. We're all, you know, looking forward to the future, and so this is a giveaway video. I'm going to put that in there. If you've got this far, now I can, now I've kind of passed the introduction stage onto the happy thing. This is going to be probably a bit of a long video because I've got a box full of yarny yumminess and some other goodies that I'm going to show you. This is the Sharing My Blessings giveaway. That's what I'm going to call it, because that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Let me get in a better position here, because I don't know if y'all can see this big box. Let me see if I can hold it up. This box right here, yarny yumminess, as well as some other goodies. I had to wait for the other goodies to come by UPS from Amazon today. First, I'm going to start with this little Notions pouch. It's got the little mandala on it. So pretty. And in this pouch, we have a pretty pair of scissors. I'll hold that up so you can see it. They're very pretty. They have the little protected little thing on it. Little protected pouch thing. And I just thought those were so really pretty. And they're very small. They're a lot smaller than I thought they were going to be. But pretty nonetheless. And these, I've learned to really utilize. These are stitch markers, but they're just regular plain plastic stitch markers. But they're very light. They won't weigh your project down. They're just like a regular safety pin, only they're not sharp. And they hold your stitches. And your stitches, you know, won't come loose on you when in between. And that's all I got in the pouch. I do have a little plastic thing that protectant that come little plastic that this came in. And I'm going to put it back in that plastic before I put it in the box so that nothing gets, you know. And then I got you the beautiful project bag that sort of matches in color, at least the little Notion pouch. But this is a project bag. I thought this was so beautiful. I don't remember the dimensions, but it does have a zipper. It does have a zipper, and it has handles. It has lovely handles. It has a little zipper pouch on the inside, and it does have this little zipper right here. So it does zip. And I have one that's very similar to this, only it has a British flag on it because I like British things. I like to watch British crime shows, and the British streaming app called BritBox. I love that because I like British crime shows. But I also just ordered me a second one that has peacock feathers on it, and it's just as beautiful as this one. This is so shiny and nice. It's very wonderful, and I could fit a lot in my other one that's the same size. You can fit a lot in these. You can fit a good project scarf, or you know, maybe the beginnings of a throw blanket in it, and it folds up really just like that. And I'll put it back in the plastic too. So now for the piece de resistance. And I just mangled that. My 5th grade French teacher would be very upset with me. So y'all saw this on my haul video the other day, that this here crystal cake is going in there. And I still can't pronounce the name of the color, but we're going to say purple for plain purposes. A purple. And this has got 634 yards. It's a 8.5 ounce cake, 240 grams. And it's Karen Crystal Cakes. So that is in the box. I'm just going to stack it behind here. And I also got, if you were watching the Michael's haul video the other day, you saw that I did get some sugar and cream cotton. So here's I believe this color was psychedelic. So it's got this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, which kind of smells nice. I won't put it all up in my nose. That's not right. That's just not right. Not something you're going to give away. And then this one. Okay. I'm going to save the best for last. Y'all not going to believe what I actually put in here. Nobody ever gives these away except for maybe Crystal at Bagel Day. And here's one. You know I had to put some Super Saver in here. Because, you know, as much as some people don't like it, it's the most well-known and durable yarn there is. But this is the color Saffron. This is just a regular Super Saver. This is a 7 ounce, 364 yards of saffron. And there's 2 of these. See, number 2. And the label kind of slid on this one. And y'all not gonna believe this, but look at this. How pretty is that? I got this in a jumbo in another tote. So I don't, you know. Anyway, this is Neon Stripes. Also Super Saver. This is 5 ounces, 141 grams, 236 yards, 215 meters of beautiful bright neon stripes. And I used one of these at Christmas time to make a gift. I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. And this is called Moody Mosaic. And this is squishy, but it's a lot of black, and I just don't really like the color black. But the person I was making it for liked black. So there you go. Let's see. Let me find the specs here. All right. It's a 5 ounce, 142 grams, 252 yards, and 230 meters. And it is really pretty. It has, black is kind of your undertone, but it has turquoise and purple and regular blue in there. And it's really pretty. It loom knits, and I'm certain it probably crochets up really pretty. But there's that. And since I'm sharing my blessings with y'all. So these are some of my blessings, and I'm sharing them with you. So this is Big Twist Arcade. This is a bulky yarn. Yes, I'm partnering with bulky yarn. Imagine that. That's a shocker. I love my bulky yarn. This is a number 5. It has 154 yards, 5.3 ounces, 141 meters, and 150 grams. What is this color? My bad. This is yellow multi, and it is beautiful. I made at least one hat out of this, and it really is beautiful. So there's that. And oh, there's another cotton. And this is another one of the Big Twist Arcade. And this color is turquoise brown multi. And that is really pretty. Same specs as the other one, just turquoise brown multi. And this one, I don't think I ever used any of this one. This one, Rust Natural Multi. Let me try to get that tucked back in there somehow. There we go. I'm going to try to get all these because I think I gave all of them up. Oh, this is another rust colored one. Yep, and that is just beautiful. It really is pretty. And one last one. And this one is Pink Blue Multi. And that's pretty. And this, for some reason, the label was really, really loosey-goosey. So I just had to take some of the label out and then tape it back together. So if you see that, that just means that I retaped it. And these I got in one of them mystery boxes from Line Brand last year. And I was going to use them, but they're 3-weight. Now that I'm crocheting, I just don't know that I'm comfortable with 3-weight. I think I'm going to just stick with 4 and above. But this is Mandala. And it's beautiful. I mean, there's 2 of these just like this, and it's beautiful. This is called Fairy. And let's see. Let me find the specs for y'all. It's a 5.3 ounce, 150 gram, 590 yards, 540 meters. And it's, of course, a 3-weight. And there's 2 of these. Mandala. And I don't know if any of y'all are Burnett blanket yarn people, but this is really nice. This is a 10 ounce, this is a bulky number 6, 10.5 ounces, 300 grams, 220 yards. And the color is Plum Fields. It's really got a lot of beautiful colors. It's got that burgundy color. It's got some rust color in it. Well, that might be the rust color, my bad. And I've got olive green and white. And it's super, of course. So soft. And last but not least, boom, latte cake. Yes, I'm giving 2 latte cakes away in here. And forgive me, the ball bands probably are a little bit beat up from being moved to the side. And, oh, you know, as I go through the totes, I have all my yarn in plastic totes. That's just how I do. But this is coconut cream. And these cakes are 8.8 ounces, 250 grams, 530 yards, 485 meters. And it's 58% acrylic, 42% nylon. And it is luscious, especially if you like those neutral colors. These were the two that I was willing to part with. So I'm doing a blanket for my mother in the macaroon color with mixed with some big twist orange. It's gonna be so pretty. I can't wait. I'll share that tomorrow. Anyway, but there's gonna be 2 of these, so you ought to be able to make a shawl or whatever project you have in mind. And these are super thin, so if you are comfortable with thin yarn, then of course you can crochet or whatever with just this. But you could also pair it with a solid 4-weight and make something a little more, substantial. But it's up to you. When you win, it's yours. So, what do you have to do to win the Sharing My Blessings giveaway? Well, of course, you need to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that. I think I checked it earlier and I was at 167. Well, this channel wasn't meant to, I didn't create this channel to get monetized and start earning money from the channel. This was just an outlet to reach people, to reach out and communicate with people that normally I wouldn't get a chance to communicate with. And to maybe be positive and uplifting and make a few people laugh, because I have like a funny personality sometimes. And it maybe put a smile on someone's face. That's always fun. I enjoy doing that. And obviously I've been blessed with more than my share, and I would love to, that's why I'm doing this. I've been putting this giveaway together this past week or two, and I finally got everything together today, and I just wanted to, put this video on and go over a little bit about what I'm about, why my channel name is the way it is, and how it came to be, and a little bit more about me, especially to anyone that's new. And I figure if you watched me for 8 minutes and you listened to, and if you stayed with me, then you deserve to know about the giveaway. So, of course, I'll put the title as a giveaway, but if they click off after 8 minutes, then they don't deserve a giveaway. But I won't say that. People have their lives, they get bored. But, and I don't edit my videos. I don't know how to do that just yet. But I am what you see. Pardon me, I need a little water. But the rules goes as follows. You must be 18 to enter. I can't afford shipping outside of the lower 48. So this is just the United States. I apologize for any of the subscribers that are overseas. I apologize. I'm sure I have many blessings as far as, the amount of yarn I have, but I don't have the funds to spend $200 or whatever it costs to send a $50 box of yarn overseas. I'm going to let this run from the date that I post this video today until next month, probably the 15th of next month. And then when you see, I'll post a winner video, and then I'll hopefully get a winner that responds pretty quickly. And I'll have them email me, and I'll put my email address in the description box. And oh, pardon me, I get a little winded. I have COPD, a little mild form of COPD, but and I lose my train of thought. But this giveaway is only sponsored by myself. This is my yarn bought with my money and not sponsored by YouTube in any way. When you enter a comment below, you accepting the rules as posted in the description. Please be over 18. What you do with the yarn once I send it to you is up to you, of course. If you would put in the comments, you know, if you give to charity, or if you've done something if you have a rescue dog, what's your rescue dog's name? How did you come about your rescue animal? You know, so tell me about your rescue animal if you have one, or if you volunteer somewhere. Just, you know, something that you do that's of service to something beside yourself. You know, something that's, you know, of service to others, because that's important to me. You know, it's just important that you know, that your life means more than just, you know, surviving. You know, even if I've seen people that didn't have a penny to their name, but if they were walking in somewhere and they seen someone that was struggling to get into a door, they would hold the door for that other person. You know, you don't have to have riches to have a, you know, a giving personality. You just have to have a heart, you know. So even if all you do is open the door for someone else, you know, even if all you do is, you know, take a casserole to someone who has just lost a loved one, you know, that's just being human to me. That's just having a giving heart, you know, a spirit of service, you know. So tell me what you know, if you you know, maybe it's been a while since you've been able to do something like that physically. Maybe you have plans to do something like that in the future. Are you into doing hat not hate? How many hats did you you know, knit or crochet last year? I did 40. I mean, I know that's a big number for one person to have done, but you know, maybe you did 10. You know, that's great. Anything is great. I'm not, you know, I'm not here to toot my own horn or anything like that. I just like to hear what other people are doing, because that gives me hope for our country, the human race in general. You know, but any positive comment is good. You know, just let me hear from you. You know, don't leave one-word comments, because I just don't get that. A one-word comment is not gonna. If I see a one-word comment, I'm probably just going to delete it, because that's not what I want to hear. I want to hear something, you know, more substantial than that. So please, just tell me about something that you did that was for someone else, or what you know, tell me about an animal you adopted, or, you know, maybe you nursed one back to health or got it to a rescue place or something. You know, whatever you did that was wonderful, that made you feel good about yourself, but it was for someone else. You know, because it does make you feel better. You know, makes you feel like you have purpose. And we all need to do things that make us feel have purpose. And this is me just sharing what God blessed me with. And I hope it gets you excited, because giveaways like this always get me excited. Especially when I was just starting out and didn't have that much yarn. Oh, so excited. I'm not doing this giveaway to compete with anyone. I'm just doing it to share my blessings. You know, I hope I don't step on anyone's toes with it. If your toes get stepped on because I'm sharing my blessings with my subscribers and possible future subscribers, then maybe your toes needed to be stepped on. Oh well, so sorry. But, you know, I'm just going to share my blessings with you guys, and hopefully make someone very, very happy to get all this stuff. Get a pretty project bag, a pretty little pouch, maybe a few goodies, you know, just to, you know, make your day, you know. Maybe you don't have much yarn. Maybe you've never worked with any of this yarn, and you would certainly like to. Then definitely I'm hoping you win. So let the comments begin. I look forward to reading them. It makes my night. As soon as the video goes up, I'll be looking for comments, because I don't talk to a lot of people. I don't have a big circle of friends I talk to. I just really don't. So these comments mean everything to me. Every time someone leaves me a comment on a video, I'm reading it and responding, Even if all I do is heart the comment, I'm responding. So because it means a lot. Even if all I say is thank you, please know that if all I said was thank you, that's because I couldn't think of nothing better to say. You know, sometimes I'm short on words, shocking as that may sound. Anyway, I'll wrap this up. I'll try to find more rules and put them in the description. I know I'm forgetting something. And please, other content creators, don't send me a message shaking your finger that I should have read more rules to my giveaway. I don't want to hear it. I'm going to find some rules and put them in the description box. I don't need to be corrected. I'm old enough. I don't need to be corrected by anybody. Please. Anyway, I love y'all. And adopt, don't shop. Your best friends at the shelter. There are plenty of them there that wish to come home with you and love on you. So please don't buy dogs, please. Don't buy dogs or cats. There are too many of them needing a home that'll be better than a bought dog. I assure you. Anyway, I love y'all, and hopefully you made it this far. And we'll do a drawing in about a month. And that should give me enough time to see what's happening with the, see how many new subscribers we can get, and find out more about my existing subscribers in the comments. Love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye now.